watch. Wake up. You got fire to watch.
This is Pacho. Do you read me?
Be advised, you are coming in weak and unreadable.
Say again, Con Tower. This is Pacho. Do you read me? Over.
Pacho, this is Con Tower. I read you Lima Charlie.
Com Tower. Request permission to launch and commence the field op. Over.
Stand by. Pacho, permission granted. Say again, permission granted.
Roger that. Launching podcast in 3, 2. You are now entering the field op with your host, Pacho Correa, Chief Warrant Officer 3, United States Marine Corps retired. Get some. Hurrah! Get some. Hurrah! What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Baby Friday upon us one more time. Or Friday Night's Eve, as I also like to call it. But god damn, it's almost the weekend. Hey, we got a very, let's just say we got a very freaking metal type of show for you today. But let's get all the pleasantries out of the way before we get started. Hey, this show is brought to you by Primerica. Hey, Primerica is it's an outstanding company, and this month, as part of Veterans Appreciation and for anybody that served, hey, if you want to learn about investments, securities, and getting some really cool state licenses, not primary state licenses in the securities industry, the broker lending, among others, and learning about the business and making money at the same time, then now's the time to join, because this month, as part of Veterans Appreciation, they're waiving the $99 background check. So basically, you get to join for free. I mean, shit, how cool is that? So not only do you get to join for free, those of you who serve, obviously you got to show proof and such. But and then in addition to that, you're gonna get some cool state licenses, make money at the same time, learning and helping yourself and helping other people at the same time. So if you're getting ready to transition out of the service and you're looking for your next gig, or you're already doing your own thing, or out in the private sector, and you wanna make some money, some great money on the side with no quotas, no nothing, but just make some really good money, check them out. It's all right there on the show description. Drop us a DM. We'll plug you in and get you going. Get some information and then go from there. No commitments. And the show is also brought to you by Castle Global Services. At Castle Global Services, they have a bunch of cool services both on the residence and the commercial side. One of the cool products that you can use for your business, or a business owner, or for yourselves, is right now we are in an enrollment month starting from the end of October all the way to December. So if you're looking for good medical care, health care, and you want to get out of that Obamacare shit, check Impact Health out. It's all at ACN, castleglobalservices.acnibo.com. Check on either the residential or commercial tab and check out Impact. If anything, you'll be able to enroll your entire family for less than $500, and you go see any provider that you want to see, non-network partners, none of that crazy stuff, and all that trash that other companies tend to show. So if anything, check them out. And last but not least, that was Brian right there. Everybody, let's say a good shout out to the folks at SitchRadio.com. Hey, this show is also brought to you now by the VA. So here's an awesome PSA from it.
Hi, I'm Mike Richmond of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs with this message for veterans. Are you a veteran with a VA service-connected disability? Would you like to go on a hiking expedition and build camaraderie with other veterans who are facing similar mental health challenges? No Barriers Warriors organizes these hikes through the breathtaking mountains in western North Carolina. No Barriers helps veterans redefine their identity and purpose as they face past and present challenges. Their programs allow veterans to overcome physical and emotional boundaries, push through adversity, and step up to serve others. Their hiking experiences have changed thousands of lives for the better. No Barriers will soon be taking applications for its 2023 North Carolina expeditions. Email Marlene at nobarriersusa.org. That's Marlene at nobarriersusa.org. I'm Mike Richmond.
Thanks, Mike, for that awesome message. Hey, this is kind of like a platoon huddle right here. This is the type of show that we like to put out, and that's the environment we harvest. So I do like to pass a little bit of word to caveat of the first sergeant. Remember when your commanding officer used to say that shit? Hey, to caveat with the first sergeant used to say, hey, if you're not plugged into the emails from the VA, please do so. They pass some really good gouge. One of them is I just received the email today. Is public service loan forgiveness. If you're 100% service connected disabled, there's some information on their website in regards to loan forgiveness if you went to college and took out loans and all that other stuff, which I don't highly recommend. And I will go ahead and put that info on the Facebook page. And last but not least, remember we talked about paying not having to pay anybody for your VA claim and all that crazy horse shit. Well, on that same email, there was a link in regards to accredited representatives from the VA office. These folks are the ones that help you at no cost to you. There's lawyers in there who are enrolled through the VA, which they recommend that you go through. You're having legal issues, divorces, all that crazy stuff. So I'll also throw that in there on our Facebook page. Last but not least, everybody, hey, look, I served for 21 years in my also beloved Corps. This show is brought to you by the Great American Constitution. I defended that document for many and your freedoms. You're welcome, by the way. Hey, so what does that mean? Is that hey, if you like the show, like, subscribe, and follow. Stick around. If you don't, then that's okay too. Your constitutional right gives you that right to say, hey, fuck this guy with that cute ass accent. See what I did there? And go somewhere else. Perhaps support SitchRadio.com. They got some really badass shows on there from Brian Colburn, Todd DeBow, and the Chief, and everybody else. So, hey, now we got all the pleasantries out of the way. Let's kick off this freaking show. Hey, I got an awesome treat for you. I met under not so good not good circumstances. I met a really cool dude that said, dude, you got to be on my fucking show. He goes, oh yeah, but I got a fucking band. And I was like, oh my God, did we just become best friends? So, hey, for you all, everybody, I'd like to bring on deck Black River Bloodbath, everybody. We got Al, John, and Scott in the house. Oh, well, we lost one. We got one UA. Got to give it to the Army, baby. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up? He does have a bad sense of direction.
He does.
Yeah, maybe we should give him a little bit of period of instruction in regards to land nav and how to shoot an azimuth, all that stuff,
Right.
All right, so hey guys, why don't we do this while we wait for Scott to come back on deck? Why don't we introduce ourselves? We'll start out with you, Al, since I met you first. Go ahead and introduce yourselves to everybody.
I'm not going to text them to make sure, like, dude, you're not on.
Your UA, or what was it the Army calls it? AWOL.
AWOL.
Yeah, I mean we never use that. All right, well, hey, John, let's go ahead.
All right, I guess it's on me.
Brother.
It's on me. So what's up? I'm Johnny Fuel. I play guitar and I sing. God, I mean, we've been together for what? A while now. A long while.
8 years.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Nice. So you guys, did you guys so what now?
I think it's actually 9.
Oh, nice. Well, Al,
Yeah.
since you just kind of ordered some words, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So I'm currently a refugee in the state of Virginia. By my accent, it gives it away. I'm a Yankee from the Midwest. I did 23 years in the Marine Corps. I was a Yaz.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you ain't track, you ain't shit, right?
Yep. I was ordnance on the maintenance side, 21, 41, 49. For the I don't know how many military guys you got, but it was what I call. I wasn't a homesteader. I was tri-coastal. I hit all 3 MEFs.
Oh no shit.
And then I ended up, by virtue of the Marine Corps telling me, and the community, the ordnance community, Big Al, you're gonna go here. You've been here too long. And I ended up in Virginia. Decided to retire, and then got a job up here in Quantico, and needed a band. I've been in bands for a while I was in the Marine Corps out in California, and I found these dudes, of all things, through a Craigslist ad.
Oh, no kidding. And that was gonna be my question. How did you guys come together So so was it like, hey, we need an? Did you play the drums in high school and all that stuff, or did you just kind of like started before?
It started before.
Okay.
I would say high school, banging on everything, joined the Marine Corps. You can't have a drum set in the Marine Corps. So waited till I moved out in town. Then I pissed off the neighbors because I was in an apartment with a drum set sounding horrible.
Nice. And John, so how did you come into the whole fold? Were you already were you and Scott already plugged in doing gigs together, or how did you guys all?
Yeah, so Scott and I, we were actually in another band, and we'd gone through a few drummers. It was like Spinal Tap, you know what I mean? Where you just can't hold on to a drummer for whatever reason. And so I don't know. I guess who was it that I guess Scott made the Craigslist ad?
Yep, it was Scott.
And this guy answered, and it was like, I'll be real. He drove what, an hour and a half, 2 hours to come jam with us, right? And at the time, it was a cover band we were in. And he was like, I'm not really that into this, but I'll jam with you guys for a little while. And then the other guitarist one day he just decided to quit. And we'd already kind of been secretly pursuing this heavier music agenda on the side. And it just kind of like, everything fell into place with just the three of us. And it's been, it's been a ride since then.
Now, I got to ask the question. So, what type of music were you guys covering back in the day? Because I know your current material is pretty metal. This is the shit. So, but what were you covering?
So, so when they hired me as a guitarist, I walked in, and it's kind of like I was like really under some pressure to try out for this, I guess, for this band. And I walk in and these guys start playing like, it was heavy-ish, but there's like House of the Rising Sun, Fortunate
Yeah.
Son. I mean, it's like every Vietnam War movie soundtrack, all those songs, all of them.
It wasn't songs such as never made it as a wise man.
No, we didn't play any Skinner, thank God. But it got close. It got close for a while. And it's funny because I wasn't the singer, I was just playing guitar. And I used to drink, right? And I haven't drank in like 10 years. But
well, congratulations. I too I've been so I go on 9. I hit shit. It's been 10 fucking years too. God damn.
Yeah, I'm just one of those people.
Man.
Yeah, same. I'm just one of those people that just shouldn't. You know what I mean? It's bad. It's all bad. So one time, we were going through singers and stuff, and all of a sudden I got drunk one night and I started singing. They were like, "You could sing this whole time and you didn't tell us? You're the singer." I'm like, "Great." But when he came and he started playing with us, it was like, man, this guy's committed. He's driving all this time and stuff, and like in the music business, everybody always kind of like blows smoke up your ass, Right. Everyone always tells you, hey, you're great show, even though it was suck. But the first gig we played, it was like something was very different. People were coming up and they were telling us that they liked it. I was like, I think they mean it this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
the first show we did was what, in Richmond, and it was kind of comical. It was called at a club called Wonderland with the other singer, and if you've never been to Wonderland in Richmond, it's kind of like a goth horror show when you walk, just the decor.
Right.
And the first show, I hit my snare so hard, or maybe I didn't have it secured properly, but the snare pops out of the entire stand. They're looking at me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know." The guitarist was dressed in white tennis shoes. I mean,
the other guitarist.
Complete dichotomy.
Yeah.
But he held the show together, and it was after that show, the very next practice, I think it scared him. He was like, "I don't want to do it." And we practiced at his house. The guys had a studio built, and so we go into the back, and we're like, "Well, what do we do now?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Where are you going?" So it was like the three, musketeers. Well, If you're not going to go anywhere, fuck it, I'm good. And then the Black River Bloodbath was just born that very night.
And we continued to practice at his house for like the next month without him.
Yeah, almost a few
That
months.
was so awkward.
Hey, hey man, your house is get some more fucking Tostitos, you know.
No,
Some
but
more
that's
pizza
true.
rolls.
They were welcoming. They would have like little munchies out for us.
Oh wow, that's crazy. All right, so I gotta ask. So where is the name coming from then? Black. Is there a meaning behind it? Black River Bloodbath. So
Yeah, so you know the short version is you know, I lived in upstate New York for a little while.
okay,
And there's the Black River up there, right? And
right.
that's, you know, that's where you'd always hear, you know, all the mob bodies washing up and stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, another 2 bodies found in the Black River. So that was always in the back of my head. And one day I was down by the C&O Canal and I was kind of like watching the water, and I was thinking of an incident that had happened when I was young where I'd almost drowned in the river, and I was like, man, Black River Bloodbath, and it just popped into my head, and that was it, because you know all the good names are already taken. So
no. And by the way, you know, here let me pull this shit up right quick. I'm trying to pull the email that Al had sent me when the press kit. I mean, this is the most metal fucking thing I've ever. And you gotta read, but the way you gotta read it, you just can't read it like normal. You gotta like a majestic phoenix rising from the crumbling ashes of its own fiery destruction. Black River Bloodbath emerged from the smoke and ruin of a previous band. Dude, that is when I read that, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I got to check these guys out." It's like I heard Ricky. Remember a Headbangers Ball with Ricky Rackman?
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Dude. It's like that's the voice that was reading this shit. I'm like, oh my god, this is the most metal fucking thing I've ever read in my life.
Dude, they need to bring that show back. You
Dude.
know, it was like a mini porn show with heavy metal.
Yeah, no, I think it
You
brought
have
it
Ricky
gave
Rackman.
birth to a lot of bands.
I'm with, you know, such and such band. I'm blowing off my ass. We got, oh, look, there's naked chicks running in the background. And this is MTV. And now here's the next video from Pantera. You know, like, where's those shows?
I used to record episodes of Headbangers Ball on the VHS and then watch them. You know,
I mean that I think music wise, shows like that gave birth to a lot of famous bands. You know, everybody remember, you know, the whole pop hair band type, and that's which is it. They're all in their own separate category, and I mean, and great. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I like My Poison. I like, you know, God bless them, but also, you know, people also needed that heavy shit that like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And that's what that was a great venue thing for everybody back in the day. You know, when MTV was MTV. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
right?
Dude, I used to go, so, you know, when I was a younger man in my fucking Marine Corps days, I'd go to the mosh pits.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
So I'd go to Pantera and Slayer and all that, and out there in Cali. Now, being a dumb jarhead, and I come back to the ramp the next day, me and the few guys that would go to the mosh pits, you know, we're all beat the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Asher Gunny's on top of like, what they could not fathom the idea, and other people, of jumping into a mosh pit
And getting your ass beat
and beating
For
up
fun.
other people, and then getting hit, and then beating them, you know, moshing.
Right.
And yeah, good times. You know,
No, it's
I've never gone down. You know, I think the worst pit was Slayer at Divine Intervention tour. I had a fade to black. I ran into an elbow right in the eye socket, and it was like, whoop, and I had to fight my way out of the pit. That was really a good time.
No, I think again, time. We all kind of associate. Well, you know, shit is not. We you know, we're in this day and age where, you know, let's just face it, these times are kind of weird for society as a whole. However, you know, our generation is just we're kind of like this / manly / we gave a shit, but we drank out of the hose. We beat the shit out of each other in a mosh pit, but yet, we're kind of like in that middle. We weren't our parents from our parents' generation, because that's the whole nuclear post World War II era baby boomer type of crowd, and the whole peace and the 60s and 70s. We're just in this one kind of like time period where we're fucking badasses, man, and there's only a few of us now. We're getting to that age. It's like, oh shit, some of us motherfuckers, we're kind of dwindling in numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it was at the time. It was a good time. I mean, I remember full blown barracks fights. Me and a roommate would just, I don't know if they still have barracks fights anymore. Platoon fights.
Oh no, yeah, we used to have designated rooms for kind of like Fight Club type of shit. That's where you settle all your issues and such. But tell me about a time. So when you guys, was there ever a time where you were playing? You as a matter of fact, tell me about the time that a fight broke out because of that fucking coaster you showed me earlier.
Okay, so Scott's not on. I don't know why, but for the audience, let's see if I can see it. If they can see this.
Yeah, a little bit. There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
So we have stickers, exactly this size.
Okay.
So I got to start the story straight. So there's only 3 authorized locations for a BRB sticker: the boob, the butt, or the back of the car. So we're near the West Virginia border, out in Shenandoah, playing a show, and we did our set, and there's chicks everywhere with BRB stickers on their boobs. It was awesome. Well, apparently some drunk dude decided to go cop a feel, but that wasn't his girlfriend.
Oh damn!
So the guy, so he cops a feel. Well, the dude's her boyfriend didn't really appreciate the drunk guy filling up his girlfriend.
Nobody would.
Yep. So John is in the green room. Mud Dog is talking with another band. I mean, the whole show's over. Everyone's wrapping up. I'm hanging out with another guy. I'm like, oh look. We're like, that looks like a fight's about to start, because you can see the peacock feathers. Everyone's like, they're all doing this thing. Oh yeah, and you got the knife hands, and the next thing you know, one dude clocks one dude. He goes down. Then his buddy flanked. So the guy that got clocked goes down. Another dude shows up, and this place had those big beer mugs with the handle. They're like this big.
Yeah.
Flank attack. Boom! Shatter. The dude's face just explodes.
Wow.
Open. So now at this time, so the guy's face explodes. Mud Dog and another guitarist separate them. Mud Dog starts administering first aid, and this dude's face is just open. It's like open.
Oh.
They're running around the bar. It's a pretty big place. The bouncers can't catch him because it's like a cat and mouse game going on. He comes in. He's like, did I miss it? What's going on? As people
I walked in, there's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Mud Dog's holding a towel over someone's face. I was like, what the fuck happened in here? And that's when they told me.
Damn. That's pretty cool. Well, let's check out some photos.
All because of a sticker.
All because of a fucking sticker. Well, let's check out some photos from some of the gigs that you sent me. So where's this at right here?
That is in Cafe 611 in Frederick.
Yep.
Nice. That's a pretty well taken picture. I mean, kudos to the person who shot it. I mean, that's the black and white really gives it that sense of feel of, hey, we're fucking rocking out here. We're Ricky Rackman in the background. I had to throw that in. Let's see the other photo. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
I think
that's at the place. That's at the place where the fight happened.
Was that it? Or was that the Auto Bar?
Oh, you know what? That's Auto Bar.
I think that's the Auto Bar in Baltimore.
Okay. Let's check out the other one. Nice. Oh, here you are. John's doing his thing right there.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Nice. Oh, look at that. That's Scotty right there. Friggin', what is it? Flipping the bass.
So he has a wonderful story behind that bass that he plays. So that bass that he plays used to belong to the bass player in White Zombie.
Get the fuck out of here. No shit.
Scott's story goes back to L.A. He was in another band in L.A. playing, the Sunset Strip back in the 90s. And I can't remember the whole details, but from what he tells us, he's not here to tell it, obviously, is when Rob Zombie shut the band down, they locked it up. And then who's that drummer that you guys had? Stefan apparently got in and handed him it's a whole nother story. But yeah, the bass. So he's got the bass from White Zombie.
Oh,
and that was given to the bass player from White Zombie, allegedly by Billy Sheehan.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Allegedly.
All right. And what's the middle? All right. So let's go to the next one. That's a pretty cool story. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Nice. Beating the shit out of the drums.
I think that was in Leesburg.
Nice. And let's see the other one. Let's roll to.
Oh,
Nice.
that's the classic picture right there.
This is a drum solo right there part where all right.
No,
No,
that's
the fist bump right before we start.
Nice.
Yep. Good luck, fist pump. That was down in
cool.
Richmond.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can check out Brian, if we can listen to one of your songs right here, and hopefully there's a good story behind it.
I'll turn that shit up.
Hell yeah. The fucking drums, dude.
Make me do something you're gonna regret. Now if that's that boy and I'm shaking my head. Oh, hands up. Go back down. I'm gonna put you down.
How did this song come about, guys?
You gotta talk to him. I'm just the drummer.
So already had the music, and the words are always the hard part.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that it just, somebody had rubbed me the wrong way one particular evening, and Freight Train was born. When you just walk into the room and you just know you're going to have a problem with somebody, you just like a particular person for whatever reason, you're like, man, I got to get out of here right now, or something bad's going to happen. That's pretty much Freight Train.
So do you, and I'm a frustrated musician. I mean, my grandfather was actually in Colombia. He was a well-known recording artist, played the guitar. I play too. I can read music, but I really didn't really pursue it to, whatever. But is it for you? Is writing lyrics like an out for you whenever you have like something pent up and you want to release that beast? Or Al, maybe for you when you play, is that like you're out? Like, hey, I gotta let shit loose right now. Could that be the same for you guys, or how do you guys find yourself like, hey, I got something pent up inside, I gotta let this shit out?
There's a lot of therapies. So
right.
For the drumming, it became for me just besides drumming and lifting weights and then being in the gun club, it was an outlet.
Right. Okay.
And I used the drumming was an outlet even when I was in the Marine Corps before the band, and it was refreshing. It was also, I don't want to say soul soothing, but it helped get a lot of aggression out. Otherwise, it could have went into other bad channels in
Right.
in earlier parts of my life, and even now, it's a great. And then I just channeled it into the music and playing.
John, what about what about you?
Be in a band.
You know, that I definitely say, I mean, for me, it's playing the guitar. You know, it's look, I don't read music. I can fake it, right?
No, yeah.
But I have a good ear. And I just kind of play what the voices tell me to play. You know what I mean? Like I play what I hear in my head. And luckily we record our practices because we'll be jamming and like we'll just get into it and we'll play something awesome and 30 seconds later I won't remember it.
No,
we have a couple songs that just wrote themselves, you know. Like oddly enough, it's almost like we'd all played it before, but we hadn't, you know. But yeah, that's the outlet for me, man. I like making really cool noises, really loud, you know, and I love metal. I love the guitar, you know. I like, you know.
No, I totally get it. And by the way, thanks for the great segue, because I was going to ask, so how do the songs come together? And so basically you guys just kind of like, hey, I kind of got this tune, and then, oh yeah, and then you know, maybe Al or Scott kind of like jam in, you know, and everything comes. How does that process go for you guys?
Some of them are more fleshed out, and then sometimes a lot of them just come out of just us jamming. All the new material we've written has just been us jamming. You know,
like,
Al will bring a drum part in. You know, he'll start playing, and then we'll just start playing along with it. You know,
yeah, that's pretty freaking out. I mean, to me, that's got to be a God-given talent to, hey, you know what? Yeah, hey, remember we played this, and just kind of, you know, build off of memory at that. I mean, and it's good that you guys are recording your shows because, you know, obviously
our memories suck. Otherwise, I mean, and they look at me like I got a dick growing on my forehead. I'll be like, "Hey, John, play that swing song, or play the song that you know that goes da 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 da." And you're like, "Oh, you mean this one or that? No, that one, and then this one." And so sometimes in our wonderful vocabulary of identification of songs, it's about at least 2 to 3 minutes just trying to identify what the fucking riff we're talking about.
Yeah, because I don't speak drums and he doesn't speak guitar.
Right.
So I'll be like, you know, that part. Because I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's kind of like, you know, when I used to be in the construction industry, you know, you have the plumbers and electricians, and you know, they all talk different languages. You know, if you talk to a plumber, hey, is this thing on? You know, is the water on? But to an electrician, it'll be something totally different. So
right.
You know, but it all came together at the end because the building was built, or the music, you know, the songs are put together, and you guys are friggin' jamming. So how did the album come about, and how long did it take you guys to put it all together?
Okay, so we're poor. It took us so the album's name is Soundtrack to a Beatdown, and we recorded it, and it took us a few years to get it out the door. 1, funding. 2, lazy. 3, we were gigging all the fucking time. After we recorded and we got everything done in the masters, just being the 3 of us, we were doing 2 to 3 gigs a month, 12 months for 12 months every year. I mean, we were sometimes we were going, because, you know, we got Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland. There were times we were doing 2 to 3 shows at a 45-minute set list, start in Virginia, haul ass to West Virginia to play a time slot because we were too stupid. We never refused a gig. Now we got to drive to Pennsylvania, quickly tear down and haul ass to Pennsylvania. So that's, it took us a while, but now it's out, and Soundtrack to a Beatdown. And I'll let John tell the story how that came about.
Oh, well, we played this festival in West Virginia, and, you know, traditionally West Virginia has been very good to us. You know, they love metal there. You know, and we've always had a good time there. So we played this festival. What was it called? I don't remember.
Metal in Moorfield?
Metal in Moorfield. That was it. And it was hosted by this East Coast Metal Coalition. It was kind of this cool thing these guys were doing, just kind of trying to grassroots, local metal music up. And so we're playing this show, and the guys that were running it, they also had a podcast or a internet radio show. So we played the gig on a Saturday, and I think it was like the following Tuesday, they were doing this show. So they come on, and they're talking about all the bands, and then they're like, "Oh," so they get to us. They said Black River Bloodbath. They're like, "Man, those guys." Like, look, at first I saw 3 guys get up there, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but then they started playing, and it sounded like the fucking soundtrack to a beatdown. I was working security, and I was hoping somebody would fuck with me, So we took that and did our own homage to Pantera's Vulgar Display of Power, and there it is, soundtrack to a beatdown.
Nice. And where? So I put we got to start wrapping up. But I did put your Facebook page. It's all in the show link bio, everybody. So if you want to go check them out, they're right there. But where else can they find you guys and find your music as well?
So we're on YouTube. There is a site called Reverb Nation. We haven't really updated it. John's been out on a solo tour of Europe for the past couple of years and just getting back into it. So right now you can reach us, through Face Crack and buy a CD. We're, $10, $20, donation.
There's a special surprise inside.
Yes. So there's a very wonderful. We had a fan at a show because of these things, the stickers, and she was like, "Hey, can I send you guys a photo of me with just the stickies?" And we're like,
so
yep.
What happened was she originally put them on over her shirt, and then all of a sudden we get this picture and they're not on her shirt anymore. They're right on her nipples. And I was like, "Oh, this is nice. That's what started it all, right?"
Yeah.
That started it all.
That's rock and roll, baby, as they say in the business, right?
So when you lift the CD up out of the case, that's what you see.
Get the fuck out. That's awesome. That's a story right there. And I think that's a great way to end it. So where else can we find you on social media, guys?
YouTube, Face Crack. I think I just discovered that we're on Instagram. Scott put us on Instagram. I didn't know that. Nice. As you can tell, we're a very well organized outfit here. But we pull it off.
But come see us live. That's where we shine. We're a live band. We're going to be playing new gigs again here coming up in the spring, probably. So we're just looking forward to getting back out there again.
That's fucking awesome, guys. Hey, we gotta let you guys go, but I really appreciate local art and your local bands. I mean, that's where it's at. I read somewhere that when Jay-Z or Beyonce or whatever, they release a new line of clothes or whatever, people they go buy that, buy their shit instead of supporting local business. Well, the same thing can be said about your local bands and guys who are guys and gals who are on their way up and making it. So everybody, hey, you have to check these guys out, because man, if you want some really rock on and fuck yeah, I'm gonna beat some ass type of music, I'm about to throw some metal at the gym. This is the music that you guys want to listen to, and it was fucking badass, guys.
I got a couple. There was a gunny in where I work, and he listens to BRB is his workout music.
Hey, I mean, fuck yeah! After I came back, I was like, somebody fuck with me right now and see what happens. Guys, thanks so much for that.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you for having us. We really love it.
Can we bring you guys back down the road? Oh, fuck yeah. And then next time we'll show some videos of your show as well.
Yes, awesome. Absolutely.
Awesome, guys. Hey, thanks so much for your time. Thanks so much for your service, Al, Ura, and Sector 5, baby. Almost your birthday. Hey, this was pretty fucking cool. Too bad that Scott couldn't join us. He probably was having tech issues with the connections. That happens sometimes, everybody, but that's why this show is live, baby. So, hey, one more time, go check out BRB. The Facebook page is right there on the show description. They also have a YouTube, and their music is just fucking rock and roll and fucking awesome. So before we get out of here, hey, if you've been ruminating, if you've been having bad thoughts, you know, just going into that dark hole, maybe listen to some BRB to get you back, you know, get out of it. But if not, nonetheless, hey, reach out to our show, just get some help. The TRICARE, Military One Source, the VA. There's a bunch of resources because you know, the bottom line is everybody is that we just don't want to be reading about you on a fucking news post or, you know, be doing push-ups and pull-ups for whatever challenge because it ain't gonna bring you back. All right. So at least give a buddy a call and reach out. If not, if you haven't reached out to a buddy and done a check, make sure you do as well. So with that being said, everybody, we're gonna end this right here. Daisuki, Aistumas. See you next week. Yacht, hoorah, get some, baby. Rock and roll. Fuck yeah.